see everybody again. Got to see you the other day. For those of you I have not seen, I'm Sheriff Jeff Long, Sheriff here in Williamson County. First of all, let me thank all of you, the attendees. I know we're interrupting your training, and I want you to know how much we appreciate you letting us come in and have the opportunity to do something that we need to do for our community. And I want the family to know all of these people in the room are National Academy graduates from the NA, from the FBI Academy, and they're here in Franklin doing their retraining, their annual retraining every year. So they have graciously allowed us to do this during their training. Real quick, I want to introduce some of the people here so you'll have an idea who some of the people are that will participate today. One of them is our state senator, Jack Johnson. Our chairman of the Finance, Ways and Means Committee, our representative Charles Sargent. Our representative who is new in the legislature, but I will tell you, has really taken a belief in law enforcement, and I'll talk about it in just a minute, give you some idea of some of the bills that Charles and Jack and Sam Whitson have done, along with Glenn Kastner, to pass for us. This is Representative Sam Whitson. Representative Whitson is the one that has actually gotten the proclamations together, and along with Captain Rodney Parker of our staff, to do this today. Also in the room we have Commissioner Brian Bethard, who is one of our county commissioners, our district attorney, Kim Helper. Kim, and I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. That's the danger of saying names. I hope I don't forget anybody. Also, we have several of our sheriff's office personnel in the room, and I want to thank them. Real quick, before we do the dedication, to show you what the representatives have tried to do to help law enforcement in an incident like this, because this is what we talked about, is this unfortunate incident, along with some of the newer ones, to decide about death benefits and such for law enforcement. And because of their efforts in the legislature this time, the death benefit for the survivors of an officer killed in the line of duty has been raised from $25,000 to $250,000 now in Tennessee. So that is a $50,000 benefit. That is a $50,000 benefit that will be paid out over a 5-year span. And then also, as most of you know, there was a TBI agent working undercover narcotics in Jackson, Tennessee, who was killed in the line of duty, unfortunately. No one had ever realized or thought about it, I don't think much, but the night that he was killed, his family had no insurance after that. No health insurance, no anything. So we approached the delegation about that and asked them if they could help us do something about that in the event an officer is killed in the line of duty. And now they have passed a benefit where the spouse and the family are receive health insurance benefits for 3 years after the death of their loved one. Also, they're working on training supplement for local law enforcement. We get a $600, I think it is $650 stipend for training supplement for you to do your in-service every year. We are ashamed to look at people like Kentucky, Louisiana, who get $3,500 and $5,800 a year, and us not getting more, and they've worked at that. We thought we had a chance passing that this year, but with the money needed for the death benefit and for the health insurance, we knew those were the two most important. So, delegation, we need your help come to the session again, and we want to try to raise that training supplement to something respectable for Tennessee law enforcement. Now, let me say what an honor it is to be standing here today to honor one of our brothers, Deputy Morris Heithcock, with the Williamson County Sheriff's Office. Today marks 45 years since Morris was taken from his family and from this office. It was on this date, back in 1972, around 11:15 p.m., when Deputy Heithcock answered a call for help from the Fairview Police Department. Chief Shorty Mangrum had made a traffic stop, and the driver of the vehicle pulled a shotgun on Chief Mangrum, and at that time he called for assistance. Deputy Heithcock arrived after the suspect vehicle had left the scene. While Morris was talking with Chief Mangrum, the suspect vehicle passed. Morris saw the vehicle going at a high rate of speed. He initiated pursuit. with Chief Mangrum following in pursuit. The suspect pulled into a driveway just over our county line into Hickman County. Deputy Heithcock made the sharp turn into the driveway, exited his vehicle. Chief Mangrum got there, made the turn, and at that time saw the shotgun blast. The suspect had exited his vehicle prior to the officer's arrival and was waiting on them hid with the intentions of ambushing the officer. Deputy Morris Heithcock exited his vehicle with his shotgun in tow, but before he could locate the suspect, he was hit in the chest with one round from the suspect's shotgun. The suspect then fired a round at Chief Mangrum, striking his patrol vehicle. Unfortunately, Morris died at the scene. He was 32-year-old and had been serving in the Citizens of Williamson County for 2 months. Prior to that, he'd served in the U.S. Army. He left behind his wife, Valley, who is here, and 4 children, and several extended family members, and this is the Heithcock family. Morris made the ultimate sacrifice while showing courage and commitment to keeping the peace and keeping the citizens of our county safe. On August the 6th, 1975, and I'm proud to say I am a charter member of the Morris Heithcock Lodge number 41. It was founded in his honor and was named after him for his service and his sacrifice. Today, with the help of Captain Roddy Parker from the Sheriff's Office, Representative Sam Whitson, Representative Glenn Casca, Representative Charles Sargent, and Senator Jack Johnson, we're here to honor Deputy Morris Heithcock with a proclamation. Senator Jack Johnson.
Thank you, Sheriff, and what an honor it is to be here to celebrate in this. It's really a celebration of a life well lived and a true public service hero. We are very proud to present the family today a proclamation that comes from the State House of Representatives. It's fairly lengthy. I'm going to read portions of it to you, if I may. Whereas our nation was conceived by individuals who were willing to sacrifice their own concerns to ensure the collective freedom and personal safety of the volunteer state, and we are especially proud to be the home of so many valiant men and women who have performed above and beyond the call of duty. And whereas in providing for the domestic tranquility of the community as a whole, society recognizes the need for a system of laws, the enforcement of the law, and it has been entrusted to a small number of dedicated individuals. And whereas these individuals face daily the rigors of human conflict in protecting those who so selflessly serve, and whereas the people of Tennessee are fortunate to be served by the brave and dedicated law enforcement officers who put their lives on the line while carrying out their essential duties. And whereas Williamson County Deputy Sheriff John Morris Heithcock was one such outstanding public servant, and it is appropriate that the members of this legislative body should remember and honor the memory of this courageous officer, dutiful public servant, an exceptional human being who paid the ultimate sacrifice in the cause of public safety. Whereas a Franklin native, Morris Heithcock grew up on his family's farm in Hillsboro and honorably served his nation as a member of the Tennessee National Guard and the United States Army. And whereas Mr. Heithcock served with acumen and alacrity as an employee of the Ford Glass plant in Nashville prior to beginning his career as a law enforcement officer. And whereas, as a Williamson County Deputy Sheriff, Morris Heithcock earned the respect and admiration of his fellow officers and a grateful public for his dedication to professionalism. Whereas an exceptional officer, Deputy Sheriff Heithcock, was remembered by his co-workers for his devotion to his family, his generosity and good humor, and his meticulous attention to his duties. Whereas Morris Heithcock enjoyed the loving companionship of his wife, Violet, and was the proud father of 2 daughters and 2 sons. Whereas deeply devoted to and inspired by his family, Mr. Heithcock always endeavored to remain true to his family values of the highest order. And whereas, while responding to a call for backup following a high-speed chase along State Route 100 on the night of June 28, 1972, Deputy Sheriff Heithcock was mortally wounded in an ambush assault. Whereas a trusted member of his community, Morris Heithcock regarded his work as a law enforcement officer to be of the utmost significance. And whereas Deputy Sheriff Heithcock left behind an indelible legacy of integrity, probity, and valor in his public life, compassion and loyalty in private life, and dedication in all his chosen endeavors. Whereas, on the 45th anniversary of his untimely passing, It is fitting that this legislative body should remember and honor the bountiful life of this exceptional public servant and human being. Therefore, Beth Harwell, Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 110th General Assembly of the State of Tennessee, at the request of and in conjunction with State Representatives Sam Woodson, Charles Sargent, Glenn Cassidy, and Senator Jack Johnson, do hereby proclaim that we honor the memory of Williamson County Deputy Sheriff John Moore Heithcock, recalling his impeccable character, unquestionable valor, and stalwart commitment to living an exemplary life with courage and conviction.
Sheriff, on behalf of the FBI National County Tennessee chapter, we want to say thank you to the family, of course, for the sacrifice that they've given to us. But also, we want to say thank you to you for the support of our conference. We want to say thank you for the support of our legislators who present all the challenges going for the conference.
Again, thank y'all for letting us interrupt you. Thank you very, very much. Very special to us today, so thank y'all.